It's your intro this week. Let me pull up my notes. Okay. Give me.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Start over. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of the No Dick Pics podcast. I'm your one and only, I was going to say host, but it's not. I'm Max.
And I'm Christina. This is episode 67. Ooh,
there.
So close. So close. My mic is too high. Okay. So we're back again. Surprise. But we're going to introduce the newest member of the podcast. Do you want to do the honor?
No, go for it.
No, I want you to do the build up for it. Explain who the newest member of our show is.
The one, the only, the OTC Roman Reigns, or just Roman. But actually, his new name is Beefcake.
His name
Beefy.
Is Roman.
He looks beefy.
He does look beefy. Where are we going? Come here. Roman! This is our baby.
He looks Roman. So excited.
I know.
Beefcake! Beefcake!
Yeah. Like, I was sleeping. You can go back to sleep. Okay. It's very nice of you to sleep during the show. So, like you said on the last episode, most people take some time after they lose a pet. We're like, let's immediately get a new one. It kind of just happened. You were looking, your daughter was looking, she found him. She likes to tell everyone that. Because he's a great dog. And so she's like, I found him. And she did. He's our, I don't know. What did we decide? Well, we don't know what he is for sure because we need to get a DNA test on him. They said he's a pug, French bulldog. This dog is not a pug.
So I Googled some stuff and he looks like a beagle, but that's like a designer dog. It's a beagle and a bulldog.
He looks like them though.
I don't remember. See, I'm trying to think. I don't think beagles are that stocky though.
He's beefy.
Yeah. Like he's like the bulldog kind of stance. I don't remember beagles that
now.
Yeah. And obviously his face isn't a beagle because beagles, obviously I had one, so the ears are like a lot longer. Like almost like a basset, like droopy. So I think he's got either like the French bulldog face or a bulldog, or I don't know. So
we don't know, but he is obsessed with me. And when we realized that, Max goes, well, at least someone is.
There you go. You have your one.
Yeah. Although he loves you a lot now too.
Probably he loves me more in the morning.
Yeah, he loves me more. He's my little shadow. He goes wherever I go. But it's been going well.
He lays down like a frog.
He does. He likes to have his legs like out behind him when he lays flat on the floor. He doesn't just like lay on the floor.
Like
he
when
does
you
it
would
every time.
Dissect a frog and you would spread its arms or its I guess its feet. That's what it looks like.
He's laying upside down right now. That's our announcement. That's our podcast puppy.
And thanks for a great show. We'll see you next week.
All right. Okay. No. So we have a few topics to get into. First of all, I was having a meltdown last week. That was my fault. Typically it's Max's fault when we don't record. This one was my fault. I was having a little bit of a mental breakdown and I just couldn't pull it together. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm having some issues with the IRS. Can I tell you, trying to talk to someone at the IRS is the worst thing I've ever had to deal with. It's extremely frustrating. So if you have had to deal with the IRS, then I feel like you know my pain, but it's a pain in the ass. Very difficult. They don't make it easy. So I'm still dealing with the mental breakdown that was about to happen, but I'm better. I can be funny now. It's relatively resolved, sort of. Okay. So in pop culture news, this is kind of fun because it's a relationship thing, but it's also sports. Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson have broken up amongst cheating accusations. Megan posted to her Instagram stories opening with the word cheating. She went on to write, holding you down through all of your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. She later said to CNN, trust fidelity, and respect are non negotiable for me in a relationship. And when those values are compromised, there's no real path forward. I'm taking this time to prioritize myself and move ahead with peace and clarity. She was originally scheduled to appear through May 7th. Megan Thee Stallion is ending her Broadway run as Ziegler in Moulin Rouge early on May 1st. So she was a special guest star in Moulin Rouge. It wasn't a very long stint, but they do that with celebrities sometimes. First female to play that role ever. So I've seen clips of it. She works WAP into the final performance of the show. It's really amazing. Like, it's a phenomenal performance. So look that up on TikTok because it's a great, great show. But yeah, she's ending that early because of all of this. So this is the fun part. This is the part where we get to debate a little bit. Stephen A. Smith decided to add his 2 cents with this statement.
I'll tell you what.
I have a couple videos.
That's what he says.
You know what?
I'll tell you what.
We're going to start with the first video. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it makes me ragey. I didn't cut it. I was going to fucking camp with this guy.
Your relationship with Klay Thompson. What did he just say didn't work out? Why you gotta tell the business? Wait, ladies, if you're gonna tell your business, why not tell all of it? Like, for example, if the brother did step out on you, why? Could it be that you wasn't handling business?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be that you got comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be that complacency kicked in, monotony and normalcy kicked in, and the things that he was doing to step his game up because he got to, because y'all don't tolerate that? Your ladies, this is Stephen A. you talking to, baby. We gonna keep it a buck. Women, this is your gift. You're constant embellishers. You don't allow a man to stand still. It's a constant process of progression. That's why even the Bible, yes, I'm bringing up the Bible, even the Bible says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing because you make us better. You don't make us better by standing still. You make us better by holding us accountable, by stepping your game up, and by forcing and compelling us to do the same because we don't want to lose you.
All right, I'm stopping it there because, first of all, let's get your perspective on this. There's another clip.
So first, you have to know who Stephen A. Smith is. This is what he does. This is why he is on all over ESPN.
Let's not talk about who he is. I want your reaction to this.
I met him before he was big time.
Okay.
I got a little side note. So my reaction is, I understand where he's coming from, but it's like, I told you, I don't really give two shits. I like Klay Thompson. He's a splash brother, whatever he needs to do, he needs to do. But he's kind of right. It's like, just
whatever he needs to do, he needs to do.
Yeah. We don't know the whole story. You're just because she posts something, everyone's implying, oh, well, he must have cheated. I'm sure he probably did.
Cheater. So, yeah.
But I mean, we don't know the full story. But I mean, like,
we don't.
I understand what Stephen A. is doing, but he's also triggering people, and this is what he does, and he's good at it. He's very good at it.
What are your thoughts on?
I think
he cheated on you because you weren't doing enough. Do you agree with that? Because you were like, what?
Well, no, it's just to get people riled up.
Yeah, it worked.
Like, the thing is, we don't know the story. But my point was this.
He doesn't either.
I get what he's trying to say. This is the difference, I think. I don't know. This is probably gonna be in trouble, but the man versus woman thing, like, some men are just like, whatever. You break up, and you go on with it. Now, in today's world, everything's on social media. Everything has to be on everything, and they're both in the media industry. So I understand why she did it, but I think he's just saying, like, take care of your business and do it, whatever. So that's what I think. But he's doing this to irritate. So people that normally wouldn't listen to him are now listening to him, and so he's doing exactly what he's doing. He does this. He is on, like, TV for a reason. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. Yes, he's very well. I mean, he was a writer, and he's a very good sports writer. And then
I've seen him talk, and I've heard him in certain situations.
Became a media outlet. A lot of people don't like him because he's big time, but he is what he is, and he's there to kind of get you kind of agitated and stuff. He did something last week making fun of, like, NASCAR drivers, and all the people are calling up, and that's what he wants. But I think his point is, if it's over, it's over. Why do you have to put the business out there? But I don't know the whole story, so I don't really care one way or the other. I know who Klay Thompson is. I was a big fan of his. And I haven't told you this. Klay came from an NBA family, so and he sees it all the time. I
That doesn't
think
excuse the
I
behavior.
don't know. I don't think athletes can be really like. I don't think athletes are monogamous. I don't. I mean, I think they. How are you gonna think about this? You're married to someone, and then they're on the road all the time, and that's why it doesn't work out. I think a lot of
I
the
think
wives
there's
and
a lot of
girlfriends just look the
professions.
other way,
There's a
huh?
lot of professions where people do that and they're able to stay monogamous.
You think,
I think it's true. I think there's a lot of people who do that.
and then the stuff comes out. I mean, who would have thought fucking a head coach and a media person would be sleeping together?
That's not been confirmed, but yeah, I know.
He's going to counseling for his family. That's saying fuck. I
So let's
messed up.
not change the subject.
Yeah.
What I'm really fired up about is the fact that Stephen A. Smith is sitting here saying it's none of our business what's going on, but let me guess that it was her fault that he stepped out on her. She wasn't doing enough. It's her fault that he cheated on her because she was lacking or whatever. He doesn't know. He's guessing. He has said flat out,
Right.
I don't know what happened. So why is he jumping to conclusions and putting his 2 cents in? He's doing exactly what she did, except she's actually part of the relationship. It's her story to tell. It's her business. It's happening to her, and she's sharing it.
Because
It's
he's
not happening to
familiar.
him.
He's familiar with the NBA side, so he's going with his NBA brother. Like
Sure,
that's what he's doing. I mean,
but
that's all he's doing.
he
It's just
doesn't
like
know
if
what
he was.
happened either, and he's
It's
jumping in and jumping to conclusions and spreading shit, saying that it was her fault. Like that was a really shitty thing to do, to turn around and say, "Well, he cheated on you because you didn't do enough." Like, okay, first of all, he doesn't know that. She actually did a lot for him. She was great. Like, she was so sweet. She said, like, she made his whole family Thanksgiving. She is super rich. She doesn't need to cook. She could have someone else do it. She made a full Thanksgiving dinner and brought it to his family on her own. She doesn't need to do that stuff.
I know, but I mean, I just like we don't know what happened. We
No, we
don't.
don't. But to jump to that conclusion to say, oh, maybe you weren't enough of a woman for him and whatever, like, go fuck yourself. Like, no. No, no. That pissed me off. I have one more clip from him. And this I have comments for too.
Stop looking for society to get in your business, to police people that were involved in your life when they don't even know all the details, only what you tell. I'm quite sure Klay Thompson got a different version of what the hell happened. You don't see him talking about it.
But he's welcome to.
He don't deserve that.
But he's not. That's not his.
He doesn't
that's
deserve
not
that.
him.
He's a great NBA player and a future Hall of Famer.
Okay.
That's
brother.
what he is.
I'm sorry. But just because you're good at your sport and you're MVP or whatever does not mean that you shouldn't be held accountable for something shitty you did to someone.
No, but
Especially
what he's saying, that I agree with. I agree with. But what he's
so he
saying is
shouldn't be
like,
called out for being shitty when he's
but
dating a
he's
public
not guilty
figure.
because. But people are assuming he's guilty because he's not responding, and
No.
that's not his. That's not what I think. A lot of.
I think people are assuming he's guilty because he's probably guilty. I don't
No,
care.
see how? See, that's right there. He's guilty because he's probably guilty.
I mean,
How?
he's done it before, so it's kind of like not a far stretch. But like, here's the thing: I don't care exactly what happened. I care that this motherfucker is jumping all over her, acting like it's her fault, and it's not. She's a public figure. She's an artist. She writes music. She's gonna talk about it. Of course she is. He should have known that going in. She's written songs about breakups and stuff. Like, this is not a new thing for her. Like, she's very open and very vocal on social media. So, like, for them to be like, how dare he doesn't deserve that? Yes, he does. She can call him out for. I call people out on the show all the time for stupid shit. Do they not deserve it if
He's
they're
not
good
going
at
to go
their
on social
jobs?
media and get in an arguing match because he's got other stuff to do, and that's what he's saying.
Sure.
I understand the policing but he's also getting to the point where we talk more about like how it's okay if men get depressed and it's okay if men cry, but if if he shows emotion about this relationship, then people are going to perceive him as weak. I mean, that's what it is, especially being an athlete. So he's just not going to say shit. I don't think he goes on social media anyway. I mean, he might have like a Twitter or an Instagram, but I don't think he's on there. I don't ever hear about him doing stuff.
I didn't know who he was until this. So, I mean, there's that too. But like, I don't think that just because you're good at what you do, that makes it okay for you to cheat on people and to treat people poorly
But
and not get called
we
out for
don't
it.
know if he did. That's the thing.
No, we
And we're
don't. But
jumping to
his
conclusions.
his assumption, he's saying he's good at his job, so he doesn't deserve this.
Well, Stephen A's just doing it to rile
What?
people up, and that's what he wants.
Like what
And
kind
he's
of
gonna go.
like validation is that? Like you're good at what you do, so you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you don't deserve to get called out for it by
But
someone
how
you
do I mean
hurt.
like how do we know she wasn't a raging bitch?
We don't know.
We don't know that. I'm not
But
saying
like
she was. I'm just saying this perception, like you said. Oh, well,
then
she was
break
so
up with
sweet. She
her.
made dinner. Like,
Then
okay, she
break
made
up with
dinner.
her.
That doesn't mean that she was sweet in the relationship. I'm not
Break up
taking
with
any
her.
sides. I'm just saying we're already like convincing ourselves one thing or the other. If I like just going off of like what the relationship was, and I don't know it that much, but most likely you're looking at a NBA athlete.
Hmm.
Athlete itself is probably going to cheat regardless because
That's a
people. I mean,
shitty thing to assume, though. You know?
but I mean, a lot of them do. I mean, remember when people like when Halle Berry was really good? I think it was, and she was married to that Benet guy, and he cheated on her. And people were like, you have Halle Berry. How could you cheat? But people cheat because they do, and athletes are a little bit more, you know, prone to do that. I'm not saying he did it or anything, but I don't know. That's why I'm not taking sides. I really don't care.
You kind of are. You said you were Team Klay,
Well, I'm Team
which is
Klay because
that's
I
fun to
know
hear from your boyfriend. Like, I'm Team the guy who's being accused of cheating because he's good at his
accused
job.
exactly, and if he
But
did,
is
he
it
did
because he's good
great.
at his
And
job? So it's fine.
well, he's not good at his job anymore.
Okay.
He was.
Yeah, well, he
He's kind
apparently
of on the
was
tail end, yeah.
not very kind during his season. So, Maggie, shut up.
Well, I can imagine an emotional roller coaster, especially from him, because he hasn't been the same since his injuries and stuff.
I think she is well within her right to talk about her own relationship and things that are affecting her on
Oh,
her
it's
own
it's up
social
to her,
media.
yeah.
So
I
for people to jump on her being like he doesn't deserve this, she can do whatever the fuck she wants with what is happening to her. If she feels some kind of way, especially
yeah.
because she's stepping away from a job because she's going through this. So she came out and talked about it because she's leaving the show early to handle this and deal with this. So it's not like she said it for no reason. She said it because she's stepping away from a project she was working on. So I mean, it's like
But she could have said, "I'm stepping away for personal reasons," and never brought
she
anything
could
up.
have,
That's
but
fine.
that's not
That's
her.
her. That's her thing. I know that's
Right.
not her thing.
She is
And she's got
honest and open
she's
with
got a
her.
rep to maintain too. She's got to be a badass woman. So she's
She's why do you say it like that?
no,
Like
she
she's
has
not
to. I mean,
one.
but she has to keep like social media and stuff, and he's not gonna say shit, even if
She's
he's guilty.
entitled to talk about it if she wants to, just like he
Right.
is. Like he's choosing not to, and that's fine too. But she is entitled to talk about her own life and her own situation. And for Stephen A to be like, he doesn't deserve that. Oh, fuck off. Come on.
Well, Stephen A's
Happening to
he's
her.
covered the NBA, so he's gonna always cover. He's gonna always side with the NBA player.
Right, but it's happening to her. So she is well within her rights to talk about it. You know? I
But
talk
now you,
this
but now
whole
you listen
show.
to Stephen A. to get that clip, and that's what
I
he
actually
won.
didn't. This is other people reposting it. I did not
Stephen A.
go straight to his
He knows what
page.
he's doing. He is gonna get. He's gonna keep poking and poking. So because he has a show and then he does a podcast. So on the podcast he gets a lot. Like he gets even political, and he's very like he was Team Trump, but now he's not because he's been on Bill.
Of course he was. Yeah. Okay.
So
Well,
I would love to I would love to hear the truth. I'm like, I mean, in my heart, he probably did cheat, but it doesn't really surprise me. But it doesn't bother me one way or the other. And if
I
he's gonna
just
become
don't think
the only
saying
way it would make me if he becomes a Piston, then we're gonna be Team Klay. So
saying, well, what did you do to make him cheat is a fucked up response. Like that's a fucked up response for someone to have, even if it's just to rile people up and whatever. That's just a shitty way to react to something. What did you do to deserve it?
so what if we find out later that it was her? Then this changes the whole
That she
narrative, right?
deserved to be cheated. She
No,
did
no,
something
that
to
she
deserve
cheated
to
on
be cheated
him.
on. I don't think she did.
But
There's
you
no one
can't.
saying that she did.
But I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying we don't have the facts yet, but
No,
we're
but
already
I don't
like,
think that that's the case because like no one's claiming that. So I mean,
who's no one? There's two people.
nobody.
That's all. But
That's not a story that's out there though.
so are there other people like what people are like? Oh yeah, she's right. He cheated on her.
Well, people are just backing her up, saying like that sucks that that happened to you
Yeah, they're
again.
backing her up, but there's no tangible proof. That's the thing.
No,
We're
it's the
still
person
going
who
off
was
of.
in the relationship saying that he cheated on me that we're choosing to believe that. Why would she make that up? It's embarrassing. Like, if you cheated on me, I know you said that I would tell everyone. I don't know that I would. That's embarrassing. That's a humiliating thing to go through. I don't know that I would be like, guess what? Max did.
But I just think what we're doing is we're just assuming it's just because she posted about it. We're assuming she's telling the truth, and that's
I don't think
final.
she's
And
given
that's
us reason to not believe her. And he's not saying that it didn't happen.
hey, Hulk Hogan said he didn't take steroids, and we saw the documentary. He took steroids.
Are you
So
saying that Megan Thee Stallion and Hulk Hogan are the same?
no, I'm just saying you just because she posted something that's not the ultimate truth. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine.
You're
I'm just
siding with. I
saying
feel like you're siding with her just because. Oh, it's she's so sweet.
I believe women, but also I don't know, because I'm more upset about his reaction to it and him saying,
I
"Well,
think
what
you're
did
more upset at Stephen A. Smith than this
yes,
whole
what did
situation.
you do to deserve it?" Because I have been in bad relationships where shitty things have happened to me, and if someone's response to that was, "What did you do to deserve it?" First of all, I'm already thinking that. That's just how like I don't know if she's thinking that, but that's what a lot of people with mental health problems do. They blame themselves already. So for him to be like, "Well, what did you do wrong?" What the fuck? She didn't do anything wrong. Like, no, break up with her if you don't want to be with her. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I think it's a shitty move. So, my 2 cents. Stephen A.
Yeah,
Smith is
your
dick.
10 cents.
Okay,
I
so
just
we
love that.
have.
She's so sweet. She made dinner.
She did. It's so nice. Um. All right, we have some questions, and one's time sensitive because we just got this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I was gonna wait to do a lot of the questions for when we have Biana on, who is joining us again soon. We just are working out a schedule. The first question says, I'm 39 and just started dating again after being married for 10 years. I recently joined apps and met someone pretty quickly who I had really good banter with. I'd say 9 out of 10 conversations are duds, so to connect with someone was very exciting. The problem is, I think this guy is love bombing me. He says stuff like how I'm too good to be true. I'm the most beautiful girl he's ever seen. He
The
can't
first
stop
one.
thinking about me, etc., etc. I feel like you said all of those things to me. um, we planned a date about 5 days ago for later this week. Yesterday, he revamped his whole profile, updated pics, added answers to a few more questions. I mean, if he's that obsessed with me, why is he updating his dating profile? Do I bail on this date?
No, he's just. You guys haven't even gone on a date, and
Mm-hmm.
that's yeah. She's expecting too much already.
Well, I think he's laying it on really thick. But also, I
Right.
don't know that he's love bombing. I think all guys do this,
He's just
especially in
yeah.
the
He's
beginning. They're showing their interest. He's probably excited about you. I don't know that I bail, especially because you haven't met him yet. But
but
it's
if he revamped his like they haven't gone on a date yet, so he's dating. So if he
Mhm.
wanted to revamp his page, that's fine. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean,
Do you think it's
people
interesting that he's saying that all this stuff to her and how like amazing she is, and but then also
he's
revamping
just
his
laying it on.
profile?
He's laying it on thick. That's what guys do. You wanna like she's like he should be only obsessed with me. He shouldn't be redoing
No,
his
I
profile.
think it's the way he's laying it on so thick. She's like, "Well, you're so obsessed with me, then why are you
I just
updating your
think that's
profile?"
that's what you do on these dating apps. You're like, oh, I mean, when they say, oh, you're too good to be true, that's a to me that's a red flag because that's like, ooh. That's why when I
Yeah.
was on a date and she's like, how are you still single? Like 6 times, I'm like, all right, it's getting old.
If you feel like he's love bombing you too, and you feel like it's a lot, and you kind of don't believe what he's saying, which you
Just go
shouldn't,
out with them.
because
Just go
every
out and get over with.
we have said this on so many episodes. Everyone is full of shit in the beginning,
Right.
so like everyone's gonna say shit like this. Like you're gonna hear it from literally every guy.
And
So,
maybe he's a serial dater. He wants to date like 3, 4 women and see what happens. There's nothing
or
wrong with that.
maybe
That's
he
his
listened to
thing.
our podcast and he was like, I should update my profile with this because he listened to the episode with Angela or
There you
something.
go.
I don't know. But
She's expecting too much too soon. Like they haven't even gone
I
on
don't
a
know that she's
date. So
expecting anything. I think she just thinks it's weird because she is so new to dating. It's so weird that he's acting like he's so obsessed with her, but then he's also updating his profile.
go out on a date,
Yeah.
see how it goes, and then see what he does afterwards.
Mhm.
So usually, if a guy likes you, he'll like so he'll text you right away, like on the way home or something, or you can do the like text me when you get home, so I know you're safe, and then that opens up a conversation that you can. Now, if he still does it after the first date, that's good. Or if it slows down, but it might slow down too, because so
I'd
you just
say
got
don't assume you're the only person he's talking to. You have not even
right.
met yet. So if he's saying you're the only one I'm talking to and he's updating his profile, then yeah, call him out on his bullshit and be like, yeah, okay, sure. But if he hasn't said that, which I'm assuming he hasn't, because most people don't. Well, some people do. I don't know. But typically, if you're still on the apps and you haven't gotten off them yet, then you're still have a couple. What's that noise? Okay. You usually have a couple conversations going on, and so like he doesn't know you anything. You don't know him anything. You guys haven't even met yet. So I would say give him a chance unless he's really giving you the ick with like how he's laying it on so thick. You don't have to go out with him if you don't want to. If you're getting a vibe that you're not into it, then don't go. Cancel
Call
it.
him on the phone.
Yeah.
You get a good feel of people on the phone.
Yeah.
FaceTime them.
But like it you learn a lot more about a person in person than you do over a messaging app. Oh, if you're really interested in him, go out and see what happens. If he ends up being a fuckboy, then he's just one of many. But
Fuck
you're gonna learn a
boy.
lot. You're gonna learn a lot about people and the way they react to things, like the more you date. And it's just kind of part of it. So the more people you meet, the better chance it is that you're gonna meet someone that's for you. But if you bail on everyone, then you're not ever gonna give anyone a chance to actually get to know them. But it's good that her radar is on and working and she's noticing things like that already because I did not when I was early on. I wasn't paying attention to any of that shit. So the fact that she's paying attention to it is great. You see more red flags, listen to them. But if you don't, we'll see what happens. So good luck. I'll jump to the last one because it's a question for you specifically, and then we'll go back to the second
Did they
one.
say for Max?
Yes, it does. This question is for Max, as I need male perspective. I met a guy through friends a few years ago at a party, and we hit it off and talked all night. We added each other on Facebook soon after, but I've not seen him since. So it's been a few years. We just have not found ourselves in the same place at the same time again. We never exchanged numbers, never DM'd each other, just added each other on social media, and that was it. He does like my posts from time to time, and he always watches my stories, so it's not like he's forgotten who I am. I keep an eye on his posts as well, and from time to time when we have a cute exchange in the comments, but nothing has come of it. If this guy was interested in me, you'd think he'd actually message me privately, right? Should I contact him first? Is that too needy? Or is this one of those situations where if he wanted to, he would? He is still single, as confirmed by a mutual friend. What should I do? Should I let this crush go or should I make a move?
Make a move. Just do yeah, make a move. I don't know what he's thinking. So like maybe he doesn't want to. I don't know. But I mean if he's kind of like liking her stories and stuff or following the stories, I mean he's interested in something about her. I don't know if that's it. So yeah, if I were her, I'd just be like send a message like, like, "Hey, how have
Why
you
do you
been?" or something.
why do you think he has not reached out to her?
I don't know, some people just don't do that. I don't know. I never did that. I never really did that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like I said, maybe he's just like maybe he likes. I don't know. I mean, if he's still single, you would think, but you never know. I mean, maybe in his mind, he thinks, "Oh yeah, she's probably not interested in because she hasn't messaged me." It works both ways, so like that's why I never know. Like, if you want to do it, just go for it. Like, message him. I saw a post or something. How have you been? And then if
Hmm.
he starts kind of talking, then see where it goes. And if he's like kind of silent,
Yeah,
so
I feel like she's been waiting to see if he makes a move for a while
yeah,
and he
yeah,
has
and
not.
he's not. Yeah, maybe that's not his thing. I don't know.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't if I knew people like I don't know if I would ever DM him like hey I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, shoot your shot. I mean,
Yeah,
what's the
you have
worst
no
that can
idea why
happen?
he hasn't. Maybe that's not his thing, or maybe he's never even thought about it. I
Or maybe
mean,
he's nervous and he doesn't think you're gonna respond well, so I don't know.
if there's other friends involved, maybe there's some people saying, no, no. So
Yeah, I'd say shoot your shot and see what happens. Okay. This one's a good one for single parents, and I know we have a lot of single parents that listen to us, so, um, I already know my advice on this, but I'm a single mom of 3 kids, all under 10. I'm lucky enough to have quite a village to help me, and I have shared custody, so I actually have plenty of time and flexibility to date because of all the help I have. But I have been on multiple dates with men who appear to lose interest when they find out I have kids. Or, since I've been more upfront about it recently, they fade away when they learn their ages. To be fair, it could be something totally unrelated, but it feels like it happens around conversations about my kids. I've thought about keeping the fact that I'm a mom off my dating profiles so maybe people can get to know me and I can see if we vibe before sharing that info, but it's such a big part of my life that it feels weird to hold that back. Should I keep the fact that I'm a mom of littles from potential dates?
I don't think that's something you hold back because it kind of seems shady. If
Mhm.
like, I mean, you got to let them know. Listen, I have kids, but maybe not talk about them and just. I'm sure conversation comes up like, oh yeah, you have kids. Yeah, I have three. And if a guy doesn't have any, like, so if he has no kids and he or someone has three, that's like a lot of people like that's
I think personally, be upfront about it. I think being honest about things that might be deal breakers for people right from the start is going to waste less time for you. I think if you don't say
you hide it.
anything,
That's kind of shady.
right, you don't say anything, and then you go on a couple dates with this guy and then tell him, by the way, I have 3 kids under 10, and they're like, oh shit, that's not something I'm into. Then you just wasted all that time. So I think putting it up there up front to be like, this is what's going on with me, then if it's not for them, then they know up front and you
Yeah,
don't waste your time. I'm big on what I got most frustrated about when I was dating was when I felt like people were wasting my time. I'm like, why did I just invest so much time into you when this or this happened or something? It's a
just say you
frustrating
have
thing.
kids. Don't even tell like three of them under 10. You don't even have to say that. Just
Yeah,
say you have kids.
don't put ages on your dating profile because there's some weird people out there. So that's a safety thing to not put ages. But you could say 3 young children. And if that's not something someone's interested in, then they know from the start.
Just say you have kids and that's it, and go
Mhm.
from there. And then when the conversation, they'll ask, "Oh, how many?" I'm like, "Oh, I have three." Okay, and because some people it doesn't bother, and some people it bothers. So you might as well, like you said, weed the ones out that don't want to deal with it. So
Mhm. Don't waste your time on people who are gonna make that a deal breaker later on anyway, because you could have a great connection with someone, and then they find out, and then they bail on you, and that's a shitty thing to do, it
but if
sucks.
they go on a date and the guy's like, "I want to give you a fourth kid," then you're like, "There you go."
Yeah, but, like, in the end, you don't wanna waste your time, you don't wanna waste his time, and you guys could vibe and have a great connection, and it could still be a deal breaker for him. So, I'm not saying it's okay that it's a deal breaker, but we're all allowed to have whatever boundaries we have, if regardless of if it's seems okay or not. But if someone's like, "I don't wanna date someone with young kids," then that's their prerogative. Like, they're allowed to do that. They're allowed to choose what they want for their lives. Is that fair to you? Maybe not. Are they missing out on someone great? Maybe. But this is the time where, like, this is the thing with dating apps. It's like shopping. So, if there's something about a person that you don't find ideal and that's enough of a deal breaker for you, you go next and keep swiping. And so, is that fair? No, but that's the problem with dating apps. If you meet someone in the wild and get along well with them and or someone at work or something like that and you build a relationship that way and it doesn't matter what happens in your personal life and what things that might have been a barrier to them before, they might be able to look past that because they've gotten to know you. And I can see that's probably where she's coming from. Like maybe they'll like me so much that they won't care about this. But when it comes to dating apps, people care, and they will
Yeah.
just be like, "No, I'm just gonna jump up back on the apps and keep shopping." So yeah, that's all I got.
Well, I want to do an. So we've talked about, but I want to. So last time we talked about another thing in the media was Diana Russini, who is in the
Hmm.
media. She covers She was for the Athletic, and the head coach of the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel. That thing kind of became big. When we last talked, she had just quit the Athletic. So now more stuff is coming out, more pictures, more people. So there's
Mm-hmm.
pictures from like 6 years ago.
Is
So
that
they might have
the
had a
Sedona
thing,
pictures?
huh?
The
No,
Sedona pictures?
there's other pictures too. And
Oh,
then
okay.
the player, like the coaches, have like they all get together. Supposedly there was pools going around about those two, so I think people knew about them. But my question is, I mean, I should have done research. So I know Diana, she just got probably married like 4 or 5 years ago,
She
pretty
got married
new.
in 2020. I did some research today.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm curious when Mike Vrabel got married.
In
I feel
1999.
yeah, I feel like he's been married for a while. So here's another kicker. She had a kid a couple years ago, and I guess she was going like on Twitter, like they're naming it Michael. Like, how great of a name is Michael? And that's Mike Vrabel's name. So then people are going like, is it his kid? Like now, all this crazy stuff. But she's completely she's off of social media. And then during the draft, he wasn't there on Saturday because he was doing counseling with his family. Like I told you, that's just a red flag of like, yeah, we got caught.
So I saw some of the Sedona pictures. There's nothing directly
Right. They're like,
incriminating. There's
right,
nothing of them kissing or anything like that. But it is alarming because they both
right.
said they both went to this resort separately and with friends and they just met up. But there are no pictures that include friends. It's just the
No, they
two of
said
them.
it was like so the coaches meeting, I think, was like in Phoenix or something, or
Yeah, that's
Scottsdale.
150 miles away.
Right, because they thought like, well, we'll get 2 hours away, and we'll have some time. I don't know. I mean, but even like I was telling someone, even they're consenting adults.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, oh, he should get fired. No, he shouldn't. His players aren't going to respect him. His players, they don't give a shit. They want to win, and they coach is to coach. He's not there to give them life lessons. It's not a college coach.
I
It's
mean, I will say that I think the difference in this and like the Coldplay thing is that they work together, but they don't. They work for separate
no, they're in the same
entities.
field.
They're in the
That's it.
same.
Yeah,
She covers his team, but she doesn't report to
she
him.
doesn't
He's
really
not.
cover his team. That's not
Or she
anymore.
did. She did at the time, but like she didn't report to him. He wasn't her boss. Like they didn't work for the same organizations. So like they were colleagues, but they were not co-workers. So
So people
there's a
are
little
bringing
bit
up like,
different. But they were
of course, like
married, so that's wrong.
they're also bringing up, because certain coaches have done this and got in trouble.
Hmm.
But the coaches that got in trouble were they were they were the coach and they were dating someone on their staff or
Yes.
associated with their staff, and it was a much like different age level either. Like a Michigan State coach got caught with it, and so did the Michigan coach.
It's different when
So
you're in a
that's a
place of
little
power. When you were in
right.
a power
That's what that
position
was.
over
Yeah.
someone else, that is a problematic thing to happen. This is not the case here. They were not he wasn't her boss in any way. They didn't even work for the same organizations. They worked for two separate organizations alongside each other.
And it happened with the Celtics too, and that coach got let go, but he's coaching somewhere else. It's not like he got, blackballed from the league.
I
So
think the lying part is kind of an issue. I think that's more of a thing. I think maybe saying my personal life's my personal life. I'm not going to talk about it with media. Sure, that's fine.
you also got to remember who his boss is, Robert Kraft. He's been busted for getting caught in massage parlors and other
Oh,
stuff.
well, gross.
That's
She has said with the Sedona pictures that they were just friends. There were 6 other people there. It was not a big deal. This is being blown out of proportion. But like the staff at this resort are saying they went out of their way to walk separately so they wouldn't be photographed together. So they go to lunch together, just the two of them. If you're there with a group of friends, where are your friends? Like you're not going to go to lunch with your friends.
again, it's another thing. It looks like they're guilty, but
Mm-hmm.
there's no actual proof.
No,
I
there's
don't
not.
know, but
There is a
I
picture of them
really,
hugging.
again, I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. It's up to them. I feel of that situation. I feel bad for the spouses
Mm-hmm.
involved in this because
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what's true and what's not, but the pictures are not great. Especially like the pictures of them in the pool, but just the two of them. And it's just like none of it's incriminating, but it's kind of incriminating because you don't spend that
that's the
much
thing.
time
People are like,
alone with
oh, but the
someone.
pictures are from 6 years ago. Yeah, she might have not been married, but he was. So,
She was about to get married. She got married in 2020, which was 6 years ago.
so
So, like, that's not great. Like, she didn't get married overnight. So, like, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Speaking of marriage, more
Of course.
people are getting engaged.
Good for them.
Harry Styles and why can't I think of her name now? Zoe Kravitz? Is it Zoe?
Well, she just got out of another relationship, didn't she?
She's been engaged 3 times.
Who was she just engaged to? I feel.
Well, Harry Styles, as of now, she's also stunning. She was married to Carl Glusman. I don't know who that is. Who is she engaged to?
I feel like it's another actor or something.
She briefly dated Ezra Miller.
She dated, what's his name? Magic Mike.
Channing Tatum. They got engaged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They broke up in 2024. Yeah. But as of April, she started dating Harry in August of 2025. In April of 2026, there's reports that they are now engaged. So it's his first engagement, her third. She is stunning. So, like, sure, I get it. Congratulations to them.
Do you think she's stunning?
She's beautiful. Zoe Kravitz? Yeah.
I never associated that term with her as stunning, so.
She's very, very pretty. She's also very talented because she's got a lot of talent in her family. I found out today that she helped write a couple of Taylor Swift songs, which is interesting because Taylor also dated Harry, but she's getting married, so she doesn't care. But like, I hope it gives hope to people who have been dating for a while and they feel like I'm never going to find my person. They're getting down on it. I know a lot of people are getting really burnt out with dating lately. So, like, it can happen.
Are you getting burnt out?
From dating? I'm not dating. Am I getting burnt out from...
She's crying, so that's
ringless...
guilty.
No, my eyeball's leaking a lot. I don't know why.
That's what crying is.
No, it's not. I'm not crying. It's just my eyeball. It's this one.
My eyeball's leaking. That's crying.
It's just annoying. I don't know what's wrong with it. I should get it looked at. It's been years that this eyeball just like randomly tears up. It's really fun for makeup. That's all I got. You want to call it a day? Okay. Like I said, we are having Biana on very soon. I am working out a schedule with her, so we will do a date therapy episode. I do have a couple questions, but if you would like your question asked on our show and you have questions about dating, relationships, anything like that, our licensed therapist, Biana, will be on to join us for a date therapy. And then we will be having Bridget on in the future as well to have a sex therapy show. So if you have questions about your relationship when it comes to sex, she will be on to answer those questions. If you have any funny stories, because we haven't gotten a story in a minute, so send us your funny stories. Like, you all have them. We know you do. You tell all your friends at parties and stuff.
They're out there.
Yeah, tell us your stories. We do have some guests that we need to reach out to who have funny stories. I need to hear the one. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I want you guys to experience it yourself. So we met someone on vacation who has a great story, and I'm sure it's probably a terrible story, but it sounds really interesting, and I would like to hear it. So I'll reach out to him and see if we can get him on, make something happen. I have not yet decided if we're going to continue to do this weekly or if we're going to make this every other week. I think maybe for now we'll try to keep it weekly. It's real hard to do, guys, especially when you're having a breakdown like me. Like, I just didn't have it last week. I was like, I just don't have anything prepared. It's just not happening. I was burnt out from fucking IRS. Please be sure to follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram at NoDPicsPod. You can find us everywhere else at NoDickPicsPod. Send us your questions, send us your stories, because we do need more of those. And be sure to rate and review and follow and subscribe and all those things. Got anything else?
So let's wrap it up.
That's
Another
what I'm
great
doing.
Week. Yeah.
Wow, cute. Okay. Well, thank you for listening to the No Dick Pics podcast. What do you have to say?
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Wow. It's our one French listener.
No bueno.
That means no good.
Yeah, they have no bueno all over the rollers we got sent today. No bueno.
Let's not talk about work. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm ending it.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Are we done? Okay, bye.